You feel it, don't you? That fire, that hunger, that undeniable sense that you were meant for more. You know you're different. You know you're not like the rest. You know deep in your soul that you were built for something greater. But here's the truth right now, you're wasting it. That potential, wasted. That strength, you used, that destiny, left to rot because you refused to step up. God didn't make you like them. Look around you. See them. The ones who are content. The ones who settle. The ones who move through life like lifeless ghosts, following the script they were handed. That's not you. You feel out of place because you were never meant to fit in. You feel restless because you weren't built for an average life. You feel frustrated because deep down, you know you've been holding back. You were given something special. A mind that sees things differently. A soul that refuses to conform. A heart that was built to conquer. So why are you acting like them? Why are you playing small? Why are you waiting for permission to become the force you were designed to be? You know what you are, so why are you hiding? Don't lie to yourself. You feel it every day. That voice inside telling you to go harder. That vision that keeps haunting you, showing you the life you could be living. That frustration that eats away at you when you see weaker men doing what you should be doing. It's not a coincidence. It's not an accident. It's your calling and you've been running from it. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's doubt. Maybe it's the comfort of your current reality. But none of that matters anymore. Because let me tell you something, God won't wait forever. He gave you the tools. He gave you the vision. He gave you the power. And if you don't use it, He will take it from you. That dream you have, someone else will live it. That success you crave, someone else will take it. That power you are gifted, it will rot inside of you until nothing is left but regret. Your enemy wants you to stay asleep. And don't think for a second that this world doesn't know who you are. It sees you. It fears you. It knows what you could become. That's why it's trying so hard to keep you weak, feeding you distractions, drowning you in comfort, poisoning you with doubt, so you never even attempt to rise. Because the second you wake up, it's over for them. The second you take control, the game changes. The second you start moving like the warrior you were designed to be, the world bends to your will. But right now you're still sleeping, still hesitating, still waiting for something to magically change. And that's why you're losing. Time to unleash what you are. God put something inside you that no one else has. A fire, a hunger, a power that makes you different. But He won't force you to use it. That's on you. You either step into your destiny, or you let it rot inside of you. You either rise and take what's yours, or you die full of regret. There is no middle ground. There is no waiting for the right moment. There is no hoping that one day it will just happen. You make it happen. You step up. You destroy the old version of yourself and unleash what's been inside you all along. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more hesitation. The power is already in you. The fire is already burning. It's time to use it. They told you a lie, and worse, you believed it. You swallowed every bit of it like a starving dog taking scraps from the table. You accepted the story they wrote for you without ever questioning who the hell was holding the pen. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you wake up every day feeling like something is missing. That's why you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. That's why deep down you hate yourself, because you know you're living a lie. The biggest lie they sold you. You're not good enough. They told you to stay in your lane. They told you to be realistic. They told you that you're just not built like that, and you believed them. You let their words become your truth. You let their doubt infect your mind like a disease. You let their limitations become the chains around your soul. Who the hell are they to tell you what you can be? Who gave them the authority to decide how far you can go? They are weak. They are afraid. They are desperate to keep you from rising. Because your success will expose their failure. And instead of proving them wrong, you did exactly what they wanted. You played small. You stayed quiet. You shrunk yourself to fit into the tiny little box they built for you. Well, guess what? That box is burning. That old version of you, dead. That weak, submissive version of you, buried. Because today you wake up. Today you break the chains. The secondly, you have time. You think you have time, don't you? You think you can waste another day, another week, another year. You think you can sit back, do nothing, and still somehow become great. Wrong. Time doesn't give a damn about you. It doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your excuses. Every second that passes, gone forever. Every day you waste in hesitation. A day you never get back. How many days have you thrown away already? How many years have you let slip through your fingers while you sat around waiting for the right moment? There is no right moment. There is no perfect time. There is no magical day when everything will fall into place. There is only now. And if you don't move now, you never will. The third layer. You need to feel ready. You think the great ones felt ready. You think warriors felt brave before battle. You think kings waited until everything was perfect before they took the throne. No, they moved. They acted. They took what was theirs without hesitation. Read this carefully. You don't need to feel ready to start. You need to start, and then you will become ready. Confidence is built through action. Strength is forged through struggle. Power is earned through battle. But if you sit there waiting to feel like a god before you even take the first step, you'll never move. And that's exactly what your enemy wants. The final lie. Life will get easier. You keep telling yourself that one day things will be different. One day life won't be so hard. One day everything will just fall into place. Wake up. Life doesn't get easier. The obstacles don't disappear. The pain doesn't fade away. You just get stronger. And that's the difference between the great and the weak. The weak pray for an easy life. The great prepare for war. So stop waiting for life to hand you what you want. Stop hoping the road will smooth itself out. Stop fantasizing that one day you'll wake up and everything will be effortless. It's not going to happen. The only way forward is through the fire. The only way to win is to bleed for it. The only way to rise is to kill every excuse, every weakness, and every lie you've ever believed. And no doubt choose. You can keep believing the lies. You can keep living in chains. You can keep pretending you don't hear the voice inside you screaming for more. Or you can break free. You can stand up. You can take what's yours. You can become the unstoppable force you were meant to be. But you have to move, not tomorrow. Not later. And no, this is your moment. This is your chance. This is the line in the sand where you decide who the hell you are. Weak or strong. Slave or king. A forgotten name or a legend. Choose. And whatever you do, don't you dare look back. Enough. It's time for you to face the truth, the brutal, unfiltered, gut-wrenching truth that most people are too weak to accept. You are alone. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is going to fix your problems, wipe your tears, or drag you to success. It's all on you. You either rise or you rot. You either fight or you fade away. This world does not care about your struggles. It does not care about your pain. It does not care about how unfair your circumstances are. You think life is unfair? Good. You think the odds are stacked against you? Good. That means you have something to conquer. That means you have something to break through. That means when you win, no one will be able to question that you earned it. Because no one respects the man who was handed his crown, but everyone bows before the one who took it by force. The truth about your weakness: look at yourself. Every single failure, every missed opportunity, every regret you carry, you let it happen. No one forced you to stay weak. No one made you waste your time. No one chained you to a life of mediocrity except you. You had moments to rise. You had chances to fight. You had openings where you could have pushed through, but you didn't. And why? Because it was easier to complain, easier to blame someone else, easier to drown in distractions than face the reality that your life is your responsibility. But let me tell you something. The world doesn't give a damn about your excuses. You think your enemy cares that you're tired. You think your competitors are going to slow down because you don't feel motivated. You think the universe will pause just because you don't feel like pushing yourself today. No. While you sleep, someone is grinding. While you hesitate, someone is taking action. While you sit there feeling sorry for yourself, someone is becoming the man you were supposed to be. And when the time comes, he will take everything that should have been yours. That dream life, gone. That success, taken. That legacy, stolen. Because you refuse to fight for it. The truth about pain is coming for you. There is no escaping it. There is no avoiding it. There is no easy path where you get everything you want without suffering. You either suffer now by putting in the work, or you suffer later by living a life of regret. You either push through the pain of discipline, or you drown in the pain of failure. And the truth, most of you will choose failure. Because it's easier to quit, easier to take the soft route, easier to bow down and accept a weak, insignificant existence. That's why so many men die full of regret. That's why so many waste their potential and fade into nothingness. Because they chose comfort over conquest. Because they chose excuses over execution. Because they let weakness control them instead of burning it out of their soul. But you don't have that option. Not if you're still listening. Not if something inside you is screaming that you were meant for more. Not if you have even the slightest bit of fire left inside you. The truth about your destiny, you think God put you here just to be average. You think you were designed with this power, this vision, this hunger just to live a quiet, forgettable life. No. You were made to stand out. You were made to lead. You were made to dominate. But here's the catch, it's not guaranteed. Just because you are meant for greatness doesn't mean you will achieve it. Destiny is nothing without action. You either take what's yours or you lose it forever. You either step into your power or it withers away. And there will come a moment, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe years from now, where you look back and realize you either made yourself into something unstoppable or you let yourself die as nothing. That's the raw truth. No sugarcoating, no comfort, just a choice. Fight or fade, win or rot, rise or die, decide. Let me paint you a picture of your future if you do nothing. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, right now. Because every second you stay weak, you are dying. Not physically. No, that would be mercy. You are dying from the inside, your fire, dying your drive, dying your purpose, choking to death in the prison you built for yourself. And the worst part, you know it. What happens if you do nothing? You stay in the same cycle. You wake up every day feeling like a failure. You go to sleep knowing you wasted another chance. You stare at the ceiling, haunted by the version of yourself you were supposed to be. And slowly, that voice inside you, the one screaming for more, gets quieter. Not because it was wrong, not because you were never meant for greatness, but because you refused to listen. And one day it stops talking. That's when the death is complete. That's when you become just another forgotten name. Another soul that had the power but never used it. Another man who could have changed the world but settled for crumbs. And here's the truth, no one will care. No one will remember your wasted potential. No one will cry for the dreams you let die. No one will mourn the legacy you never built. Because the world only remembers the ones who did something. And if you do nothing, you're nothing. The price of comfort is regret. You think you're choosing comfort by staying weak. You think you're saving yourself from suffering by avoiding the fight. Wrong. You are trading temporary comfort for permanent regret. You will wake up one day old and broken and realize you threw your life away. You will look back and see every opportunity you ignored. You will see the moments where you should have fought, but instead you ran. And the worst part, you can't go back. You can't rewind time. You can't fix your mistakes. You can't beg life for another shot. Once your time is up, regret is forever. And there is no pain greater than standing at the end of your life, knowing you were supposed to be more. Your family pays the price to think this is just about you. Think your weakness only affects your own life. You are wrong. Your family will suffer. Your children will inherit your weakness. Your legacy will be built on failure. Because if you don't rise, your bloodline stays in chains. If you don't break the cycle, your sons will grow up learning how to quit. Your daughters will learn to settle for less. Your name will mean nothing. But if you rise, if you break the mold, destroy your excuses, and carve your name into history, you change everything. You set the standard. You rewrite the story. You become the man who shifted generations. And that is what real power looks like. If you stay weak, you will be replaced. You want to know the most brutal truth. If you don't take your place, someone else will. That success you dream about, someone else is grinding for it right now. That dream life you imagine, someone else is working to make it theirs. That legacy you talk about, someone else is about to own it. Because the universe does not wait. Power moves to the strong. Wealth flows to the relentless. Victory belongs to the ones who refuse to accept defeat. And if you hesitate, you lose. Simple as that. You lose the business. You lose the dream. You lose the respect of everyone who once believed in you. And you have no one to blame but yourself. So what's IT going to be? Keep making excuses. Keep pretending you don't have what it takes. Keep watching other men live the life that was meant for you. Or will you stand the hell up and take it? Because this is your warning. Do nothing, and you will regret it. Do nothing, and you will suffer for it. Do nothing, and your name will be buried under the weight of your own weakness. So decide. Stay weak or step into your power. Let your dreams rot, or become the man who can claim them. Live in regret, or burn so bright the world will never forget your name. And whatever you do, don't look back. Enough. The time for weakness is over. The time for hesitation is gone. The version of you that wasted time, made excuses, and bowed to fear, bury him. Because from this moment on, you are no longer the same. You are no longer the man who doubts himself. You are no longer the man who waits for permission. You are no longer the man who watches others take what was meant for you. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are the beast that cannot be stopped. And the world is about to find out. Break the chains and know everything they told you is a lie. They said you had to be patient. Lie. They said you had to wait for the right time. Lie. They said you had to be careful, be nice, be humble. Lie. You were not born to be safe. You were not born to wait in line while weaker men step in front of you. You were not born to live a quiet, forgettable existence. You were born for war. War against your old self. War against the voices telling you to quit. War against the limits they tried to put on you. And the only way to win, burn it all down. Destroy every excuse. Destroy every hesitation. Destroy every weak thought that dares to enter your mind. From this moment on, there is no more doubt. There is no more waiting. There is no more weakness. There is only forward. Release the monster that rage inside you. Use it. That frustration. Channel it. That hunger for more. Feed it. Because the world belongs to those who refuse to be tamed. You think the great ones played it safe. You think the legends sat around hoping life would hand them something. You think the warriors of history hesitated when it was time to fight. Hell no. They woke up with fire in their veins. They stepped into battle without fear. They took what was theirs and burned down anything that stood in their way. And now it's your turn. Because the truth is, you were never meant to be soft. You were never meant to be weak. You were never meant to be just another person. You were meant to dominate. And domination doesn't come from waiting. It doesn't come from wishing. It doesn't come from hoping that someday, somehow, things will change. It comes from becoming the monster that refuses to lose. No mercy, no retreat, no surrender. From now on, you do not negotiate with weakness. You do not ask for permission to be great. You do not wait for motivation to strike. You do not sit around wondering if you have what it takes. You move. You act. You take. When doubt creeps in, crush it. When fear whispers in your ear, drown it out with action. When failure tries to stop you, laugh in its face and push harder. Because this is not a game. This is life or death. The death of your old self. The death of your excuses. The death of every single weakness that ever held you back. From now on, you kill the hesitation. You kill the laziness. You kill the small-minded thinking that made you doubt your own power. And you rise. The world will know your name. There will come a day when they speak your name with respect. They will say, that's the one who never stopped. That's the one who refused to break. That's the one who took his destiny and made it bow to him. Because you will not be forgotten. Not because you were lucky. Not because you were gifted. Not because the world gave you an easy path. But because you took what was yours and never looked back. And years from now, when others ask, when did it happen? When did he change? They will look back to this moment. Right here. Right now. The day he set the world on fire. And I'll go, no more hesitation. No more waiting. No more weakness. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your rise. Burn the past. Unleash the beast. Take what's yours. And I'll go.